Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another introduction slash review for you, and this is the House of Lush. House of Lush is a British designer brand. Although people consider them designer, I don't. I think they are a niche house because apart from perfume, they don't make anything else apart from the related products to perfume, like soaps, shampoos, shower gels, and things like that. So the House of Lush has been around for I think 40 years or so in United Kingdom. They are very famous, and they started to venture into perfume around 30 years ago, and they have quite an extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. Altogether probably about 40 perfumes altogether, and between me and my wife we have almost all of their releases, apart from a handful of them because they weren't that interesting or they weren't our taste. So you can tell how big a fan me and my wife is from this beautiful perfume house of Lush. We've been hooked on them for a very long time because their products are amazing, especially for the price. So this one is from their black line. As you can see, the black label, they have two tiers. One is a white label and the other one is a black label. The black labels are quite more pricier, and it's called the Perfume Library. And this Perfume Library, it is pricier than the normal one, which is a white basically stickers. And but the good news is this one retails £125 from their own website. It's called Lush Nero. They won't tell you the concentration of their perfumes. They never mention that anywhere. So but from my own guess, from my own experience and from my own nose, I can tell you they put around 25 to 30% perfume oils in their perfumes. So this one is called Nero, is Lush Nero Perfume 100ml, retails £125. But the good news is if you go on eBay you can find them cheaper, at least in United Kingdom. In other places you have to search them if you are interested, see if it comes up and how much they go for. In United Kingdom, almost all of our perfumes, between me and my wife, we had a probably about 30 perfumes between us from the House of Lush, and almost all of them we bought on eBay discounted much cheaper. So this one came out in 2019, and the perfumer for it is Emma Dick. Yeah, I think it's Emma Dick. Where is the perfumer? Somewhere. Let's go. Yeah, the perfumer is Emma Dick. So majority of the perfumes done by three people. One is the two Constantines, which are the owners, the son and the father and son, two Constantines, and Emma Dick. So these are three perfumes for most of their perfume, and she is her creation are very interesting. Although three of them are doing a fantastic job in terms of perfumery, especially because none of them are professional perfumers. So none of them went to school of perfumery, none of them learned it that way, but somehow they managed to make superbly gorgeous perfumes. So Emma Dick is one of them, which is very interesting. And this one is called Nero. The naming to my for my taste, for my experience, for my nose, is a little bit misleading. The reason is because this is a fresh fragrance, and the name Nero, maybe just because it's got a little bit smidgen of a hint of a smokiness in here, and that's why they call it Nero. But apart from that little bit of a smokiness, if you forget that, this is an absolute fresh fragrance. So let's see. The presentation is very, very simple, as always with House of Lush. This is the sticker. It says when it was produced and the information in the back, and also it says Nero Perfume Library 100 ml Lush. Very simple. The cap non-existent. The atomizer old-fashioned, which I don't mind a bit, and they are a little bit pathetic, but they do the job. So in terms of presentation, they are very simple, very minimalistic presentation, which is good for us consumers in terms of our pockets, and is good for the environment because we're not producing that much basically waste. As you know, bottles can be recycled easily, and their boxes are very environmentally friendly as well. They are very, very simple, and they are biodegradable, and this is a good thing as well. So let's go to the first thing first, who's it for and the application for this perfume. This one, I would say, definitely on the mature side. The reason is because it has got some classical element in here. So it's very classical. To my nose, it's very reminiscent of some of the perfumes from some of the fragrances from 70s and 80s. So it's got some similarities in here. And that makes it a little bit on the mature side. I would say at least 25 years and older to appreciate this better. Gender-wise, this is absolutely unisex. Anybody can wear it. Ladies and men, no problem whatsoever. Most of their perfumes are genderless, and they unisex, and they are correct. In terms of season, this is better suited for warmer weather because this is a fresh fragrance. I classify this perfume as fresh to semi-fresh because in the dry down it gets a little bit of darkness and a little bit of that smokiness, but not too much. And also I classify this fragrance as aromatic fougere or aromatic floral. So this is how I classify it. And in terms of season, as I said, it's a better suited for warmer weather. And in terms of occasion, this is a Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, formal, informal, anything you want. You could easily wear it to work, you can easily wear it to gym, you can wear it to supermarket, and also you can dress it up, you can go to wedding with it, you can go special occasion with it. So it is a very, very versatile perfume. So let's go to the smell of this perfume. This perfume overall is not a complex perfume. It's quite on the simple side, but the beauty of this perfume is in its simplicity. The reason is because this got three notes, three notes mentioned, which is, I think there are some other notes in here, but they're just going with these three. First is Petitgrain, and second is Neroli, and the third is Bergamot. So Bergamot, Neroli, and Petitgrain. Petitgrain is a leaf of orange, basically orange tree. So Petitgrain is the orange tree leaf, and it has got a very interesting property because not only is green because it's a leaf, it's got some citrus feel to it, obviously because it's from a citrus tree, but it has got some sharpness to it. So this perfume, when it opens up, is quite sharp. And the reason is because the three ingredients mentioned in here are quite on the sharp side of things anyway. So the Bergamot is quite on the sharp side. Neroli is not as sharp as those two, but it is quite sharp again. And also Petitgrain is very sharp. So these three together making this perfume is quite sharp, it's quite piercing, it is quite, how shall we put it? If you are a person who doesn't like sharp perfumes, this is not for you. But the sharpness in here is done on purpose because the freshness of this perfume is coming from those sharp elements, okay? As I said, the Petitgrain not only is giving it a leafy aspect, some citrusy aspect, but it's giving it a little bit of earthy aspect as well. It's giving it a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of leafiness, a little bit of greenness, a little bit of grassiness. And that is the beauty of this perfume. Although I think there are some other elements in here, like for example, I smell something like ginger in here to give it that hint of kick of spiciness, and also to some extent to my nose I smell something like a nutmeg. So nutmeg and ginger giving it a little bit of spicy tinge. And also to my nose there is a galbanum in here, which they're not mentioning, because galbanum has got a very, very distinctive smell. Although it's green, but it's got a very distinctive smell to it, and I smell it here very, very distinctly. Definitely galbanum in here. So if you like the combination of the Petitgrain, Neroli and Bergamot anyway, but you like it even greener, like galbanum, and you like it a little bit spicy like the ginger and the nutmeg, this is a very refreshing perfume. It's got a little bit of smokiness, especially in the dry down, which is mainly coming from that galbanum, but it's not too much. It's just a hint of smokiness in here. But overall, this perfume is very aromatic. So it's super aromatic, it's very refreshing, it's very fresh, it's very captivating. It's a little bit on the mysterious side because of those elements in here, like galbanum, like ginger, like nutmeg, and also Petitgrain, Neroli and Bergamot. So it's giving it a little bit of mysterious feel to it. But overall, it's very, very herbal, it's very green, it's very refreshing, it's quite earthy, it's very leafy, it's quite camphorous. Definitely camphoروusness to it. Yeah, it's very, very camphorous, and also it's very herbal. Is a vegetational smell to it. It's about vegetational smell to it. And overall, this is very, very, to my nose, very, very fresh. As I said, fresh to semi-fresh. The semi-freshness of it is because of that galbanum, giving it a little bit of that smoky aspect. So we got big citrus in here, which is from Bergamot, and the citrus in here, interestingly, it stays there for a very long time. So this is very impressive. Overall, this perfume is a good performer, but it's not a huge performer, as you expect with this kind of ingredients. It's not going to last a very long time. On my skin goes over 6 hours, on a t-shirt goes over 8 hours. For these ingredients, for this type of perfumes, this is quite impressive, because usually with these kind of ingredients, the perfume don't last more than a couple of hours. So the fact is, staying on my skin over 6 hours and on t-shirt material over 8 hours, this is very, very impressive. So very citrusy and very aromatic. The aromaticness coming from that galbanum plus that Petitgrain. So Petitgrain, galbanum in here, very, very aromatic, very camphorous, very green, very leafy, and also grassy feel to it. And this perfume is very, very green. So you need to like your green perfumes to enjoy this, because this is green, and more green. A hint of white florals in here, which is mainly from Neroli. I think apart from Neroli, there is another aspect of another floral in here, which I can't pinpoint. Again, this perfume is done in a way that is quite hard to pick up the notes and the chords. But I think maybe there is an orange blossom in here as well, apart from the Neroli. And also fresh spiciness, mainly coming from ginger and nutmeg in here, to give it a kick of spiciness and interesting facet to it. Because if it was only green, it would have been very, very boring. So they give it a little bit of that spicy aspect. But overall, this is definitely for people who like their green fragrances. So if you are interested in a green fragrance, if you like it citrusy, if you like it fresh, refreshing, outdoorsy, very reminiscent of a meadow. So imagine if you're walking in a meadow, and you in this meadow is very, very lush green meadow, and also it's got some vegetation, some grassiness, and also some flowers, and this smell of meadow is captured in here very well. So this is this kind of perfumes, this kind of fragrance that is convey this smell of nature, smell of meadow, smell of woods, smell of some green, maybe even garden. Okay, so it is in that category of perfume. So you need to like this kind of perfume to enjoy this. I absolutely love it. Some of you know one of my favorite genre of all times is green perfumes, green fragrances. from the day one when I started my journey many years ago. I always loved green perfumes, and this one, that's why I'm gravitating towards it so much. So I love this perfume because of those reasons. But you need to know if what camp you are in. Do you like it very green, or you don't like it? Because this perfume could be polarizing to my nose. So you have to be careful. If you are going to blind buy it, you know exactly what you are buying. This is one of those perfumes that I think is going to be either loved or not loved, or people can't stand it, or something like that. Majority of the artistic perfumes are like that, and this one is very artistic. Okay, so if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are super hidden gems. This one is nowhere else is to be seen apart from myself. So it is a true hidden gems, at least for my taste, for my age, for my experience. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link, but you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to do so. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer, nobody else is involved. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them very artistic, very unique, very long lasting, bold and big, and full of personalities. And when you smell them, you'll be blown away, guaranteed. I'll leave them in the link. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.